Hi, E34. So this is the second part of the video about Publisher. As you can see, it's the same as before. A few little things have happened there since the first video. Not sure what's going on. There we go. It's all back together. Again, actually, while I do that, very important button is these two buttons up here. Often overlooked. This is undo. It'll undo the last thing you've done. So whatever, if I was to write, let's say, there we go. If I was to undo, it will take that away. So the last action I did, it'll undo it. Or I can put it back again using redo. There we go. Also don't want that, so it can go. So a couple of little buttons, undo, redo, very important. Now of course the first thing you need to do is to file and save it as whatever you want to do. Now yours will look a little different to mine. Your documents will come up, and if you've logged in with your name, as you should have done in your profile, it should just go into your documents library. Obviously don't call it publication 1, you can call it Anglo newspaper, let's say, for instance. And save it. Always check that the name is changed at the top. That will tell you that it's saved. Okay, so let's get some different things going on here. So as you can see in home button up here, you get all the standard buttons that you'd find very similar to Word and to PowerPoint, so I'm sure you're aware. Making the text, the font change and the text bigger or smaller, changing the colour, those newspapers you probably won't. Underline, bold is quite useful. Okay, little things like that. You can put things in the centre or to the right, or for a newspaper, actually justifying it is quite important. So I'll show you what this does. If I was just to make this a little bit smaller using my zoom button, if I do that, right, I want all of this to be justified. So I've highlighted it all. And if I do that, all the writing will go to the right and look very neat and smart. The slight issue that we have on Publisher is that it will cut some words up. So it's a style thing. Sometimes for newspapers you want that. I wouldn't do it in the middle. I'd either do it to the left or do it justifying. Although actually I noticed that there are some words that are cut up here anyway. So that's up to you. We got rid of a picture here earlier, some text. So let's do this one. Let's get rid of this picture. So highlight it, as always, to make sure the computer knows what you want to do. Right click for a menu, and we will delete the object. Now, what I can do is insert, using this tab up here, a picture placeholder. So while I'm trying to search for a picture, I can say, okay, I don't want that one there. This is my picture placeholder. I'm going to put it somewhere. So I want a picture there. Let's make it in the centre. And as long as that box has now got the little handles and toggles on it, I can put a picture inside it. Now if you click that, you go to a picture from the file, but we don't want a picture from files, we don't have many. So you can Google, and I'm just going to quickly go Anglo-Saxons. Switch to there, go to images. There we go. Now obviously be careful on the internet. Anything you don't like, please tell your teacher. Bit of e-safety there. Oh, there's a nice little one. There we go. Oh, that's a very nice picture. Okay, showing you where the different types of Anglo-Saxons and dukes came from and where to. Now, you don't just want to right-click the picture. Open it up to this point. Right-click it, and it's from a decent source, BBC History, so you can rely on that. Anyway, right-click, open up the menu, copy image. Okay, and then go back to Publisher. Now, because it's BBC, it should copy and paste okay. Some pictures won't. If not, try another one. So if I was to be in my box, it's highlighted. If I right click, if I paste, I should get that picture inside that box. And there we go. It's actually taken it down to the right size for me because I've used a placeholder, because I inserted a picture placeholder. So you can do that all around your text. Okay. If you need to insert more text to write with, obviously draw a text box. and you're just using this cross, start, and there we go. Always worth having the same font as here. Well, what I might have to do, excuse me. So there we go, undo that mistake. What I should do is make sure I know what font this is. That's Franklin Gothic Book 9. So if I was to insert another text box, okay. If I was to start typing, that's Calibri 10. So I want, and I've forgotten it, but it begins with F, doesn't it? E, B, C, D, E, F, there we go. I think it was Franklin Gothic Book. So if I highlight all that text, go to Franklin Gothic Book, and it's size 9. Was it Franklin Gothic Book? Yes, it was. There we go. So exactly the same there. So making sure it's the same font and size all the way through, keep it consistent, keep it nice, keep it neat. Okay, this is quite useful things. You don't really need things like clip art or these pictures because you don't really need that in this type of newspaper that we're making. Okay. You might draw a text box, as I've said. You might want word art for your title. Maybe the first letter of the first word might be quite useful. Other than that, you should be okay. There's not the other things you really need. None of these other things here you really need. We don't need views. Just have a normal view of it because we're only using the first page. So you just need home and insert and possibly file when you save. Okay, so they're the main bits that you'll need. Enjoy, have fun. Thank you.